Hey, it's Birdman for Birdman on the Mountain, and here we are for another community shout, hanging out here in the Birdman Media Studios. Hello to all the viewers on WMI TV, also on Sholo TV, and of course the Birdman Media Network. So we're going to kick things off this morning, and we're in the mood, even though it's snowed, right?
It snowed.
I've got with me Jessica Delaney. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
And you're one of the organizers for a cool new event this year, right?
Yes, we're putting on our first ever trunk or treat in White Mountain Lakes. We're trying to do more things for our community out there, and it's going to be held on Sunday, October 28th from 5 to 6 p.m. at our new Carr Circle playground. Now, most people aren't familiar with Carr Circle, even who live in White Mountain Lakes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I'll tell you how to get there. First, if you have navigation, it's pretty simple. Type in Carr Circle, and Carr is spelled with 2 R's, C-A-R-R. You will not find it with one. Trust me, I failed doing that one
Try
time.
that, huh?
And then just type in Sholo, Arizona, and it'll get you there. Since it is a circle, the playground's right when you come in. You really can't miss it. If you're not using navigation, if you're coming from Borden Ranch Road up 60, you would take a left on Silver Creek, and then you would turn right on Cox Drive. After you get on Cox, it's a left onto Carr Circle. Now, if you're coming from 77 or live in White Mountain Lakes, you would also take Silver Creek to Cox Drive and turn left, and then you would turn right on Carr Circle. So it's pretty simple to get there, not complicated. Hopefully everyone can get there.
Cool.
And we're trying to reach out to local community because we don't have a lot of kids in White Mountain Lakes. So
Okay, so now you're going to want to have people. What is it? Is there a cost for it? Just people just come out,
it's totally
show out?
free. Yes, we have
Okay.
about 20 members of the community who are donating their time, their money, and candy, and they're going to set up their trunks to pass out candy to all the kids that show up. So
Okay.
please come enjoy this free event for the whole community.
And if somebody wants to join in and actually do their own trunk thing, what time should they be there?
A little bit early, about 4:45.
Okay, good.
So,
At least
yes.
15 minutes before. Yeah,
That's
because you
our
don't want to
plan.
be trying to drive in and out
No.
as the kids are also doing the trunk or treat, right?
Yes, we're still working at the logistics, but we believe it'll work out pretty well, and we're excited about the event. Really excited.
Very cool.
Such a nice
Obviously,
day.
free cost. And you said just the community members are pulling together to do that.
Yes. It doesn't take much when you have Facebook and a small but active community who
Right.
likes to get involved. So it's been very overwhelming in the response.
Awesome. So once again, it's Jessica Delaney, and they're out there at the White Mountain Lakes Trunk or Treat. This is a cool kind of a real shout kind of a deal because it's basically otherwise you wouldn't have promotional monies to go out and advertise it and things like that.
Oh
So
no,
you
absolutely.
just come in
Thank
and
you.
talk about it. Awesome.
Oh gosh, I appreciate it so much, Rob.
Thank you for your time today.
Thank
Appreciate it. Okay, doubling up now. So we've got a couple people in here, and if you've been like, I don't know, upgrading your home, your yard, or things like that, you might have seen these two gentlemen around. And one's given away because he's got his little orange square on there. But I've got with me Justin Schwartz, and it's Henry Stanislawski, and we're going to go right to Justin and Henry from now on. So, but you two gentlemen work at our local Home Depot. And you said it's 0411?
Yeah, 0411.
411. Did you actually get to pick that number?
Nah.
No. So yeah, it's where you get information, right? Yeah. So it's I was talking to you guys about a couple weeks ago, and you've seen some videos probably up online here on the Birdman Media page and things like that, where I was talking about the things that you were doing at Walking Down Ranch, and that's where this sort of talk started out. So I want to talk a little bit about Walking Down Ranch, but I made the comment there that you go down the street and you turn orange, right?
Right.
So it's real easy. We all go by that building almost daily if you go anywhere up and down from Pine Top Lakeside to Sholo. So Home Depot's been in the center there, and they were all by themselves for a while, and now they get this sort of little adjunct up front where you can get lunch and stuff like that. So, but talk to me a little bit about Walking Down Ranch. I want to talk about what happened there and how you got involved exactly. We're going to think Henry's going to talk about that because you're kind of the one that took lead on that, right?
I did. So we went out to, well, actually, I saw in the newspaper an ad. So I went out to Walking Down Ranch and started talking to Maggie Heath. She's the executive director. And I felt that Home Depot could really help them out. So I went back to the store and I got approval from the management team there to actually start to pursue it. And at first I thought we were just going to refurnish a cabin.
A cabin.
Just a cabin. And because they had the very large one, I figured who better to do it than Home Depot. Well, it went into, yes, we did the cabin, but we also did an enormous service project with over 100 Home Depot associates coming up from the valley and from Payson, as far away as Levine, as a matter of fact, came and worked on this project, and we transformed the overall image from the street into what I believe is a much better presentation.
Yeah, they always say in real estate that curb appeal is the thing, right?
Exactly.
And you certainly stepped up the curb appeal to Walking Down Ranch as an overall entity. So I think that was significant. But you didn't just do that. I mean, you actually got into that big building that you talked about. Yeah, I mean, I saw reflooring, re-roofing, interior ceiling. How much work was done in there? And we're really going to go back there and sort of revisit that because we sort of have some befores. But talk a little bit about that.
We'll let Justin talk about that.
Okay, sure.
So basically, what we did is our cabin we sponsor is number 5. It's the big cabin. Basically, what we did is replaced the ceiling with TNG, and then we stained that ceiling with the TNG. We put new toilets in there. We put a new shower in there, a new water heater. Pretty much revamped it from before, which we have pictures, and now it's a totally new living condition for a family that's supposed to be moving in later today of 5. So it's all about taking care of our people, and that's one thing that the Home Depot does is we have orange blood for a reason. So we take care of not just customers, but our people take care of other people. So.
Right. And I want to point out that it wasn't just those things were like bad. I mean, they had been left. They were dilapidated. Almost all the toilets and the plumbing were bad, and so it's almost been a complete 100% refit on most of these cabins, hasn't it?
Yes, it has been. With the help of Fox Canyon Builders, Ryan Ellsworth, Nessa Plumbing, Dan Christian from North Rim Construction. He's the one that actually was the person and his team to really transformate that cabin into what it is now. So if you guys are out there looking for some good contractors, look towards North Rim General Construction, Dan Christian, Fox Canyon Builders, Ryan Ellsworth, Plumbing, Nessa Plumbing, just
And Nice.
and Nice Plumbing. Just a good group of guys out there. But I could tell you that no matter what we do in the community, it's all about our the contractors helping too. So I could tell you that basically it was not lived in for over probably 10 years. It became a storage unit of just full of random things at the Walking Down Ranch, and then it was emptied out and tore the floor up, put new flooring down, which is life-proof vinyl flooring, best thing in the market right now, and basically just revamped it. Also, Henry had a team of his volunteers from his projects, which he is in charge of the med execution team at the Home Depot, and they went in there and also helped clean up that project. K Electric, a local electrician company, Donovan K, sent his team up there to help with the electrical inside there because the wiring was back in the 70s, so they had to transformate that.
Wow.
So just a lot of dedication and sweat put into that actual home. And if you get a chance, stop up there, check it out. Maggie will let you take a look at it. Just amazing job from everybody.
And I want to sort of like accentuate the point that everyone came and they all volunteered their time. This wasn't nobody got paid to be there. This wasn't like community service that they were serving something that they had to do anyway. Everybody came out. It was about 150. How many people were there total?
Overall, besides Home Depot associates, with Juniper Ridge was out there that day. The White Mountain sub vets were out there. And sundry other people. We had over 140 people who actually were on the property.
Yeah. And then it didn't stop there. It wasn't just that 1 or 2 days. You've been up there, and I know Justin's been up there continually, fostering, the finishing of the projects and sort of like tying up the loose ends and all those little last minute kind of things, right?
Exactly. I've been there. I was there all day Sunday. I spent most of my day there yesterday. We had to get the cabin ready completely so that it could be inspected so that the family of 5 can move in today. So we pushed on that to get it done. It has been a challenge, and there is still so much to do out
Right.
there. And I don't think people realize that everybody on the property itself are volunteers. There is nobody on that property that actually is collecting a paycheck.
Right.
So from the executive director on down to the ladies and gentlemen that work in the thrift store, the people working on the property, everything is volunteer, and they can always use help. They can always use anything that this community can give them.
Very
So,
good. Yeah, and we'll talk more about Walking Down Ranch, but I want to kind of talk a little bit more about Home Depot. Now, this isn't your first foray into like being involved with the community, and the things you do when you're involved with the community aren't just marketing or advertising. It's really you go out and you get involved and you sort of put blood, sweat, and tears into it. One of the things that's coming up, and you guys are going to be defending your title, is the Spooktacular Fest.
Right.
And last year when I saw that starting to get set up, I was like, "Holy cow! I mean, you guys put some effort into it, and some of your own time and money into it as well to make it a cool experience for kids, didn't you?"
absolutely. The so the Spooktacular, we have been participating in that before they actually came out with their traveling trophy. We did win a little plaque a few years back, but then they came out with their trophy, and if we hadn't been the main sponsor, our name would be on the trophy exclusively. But one year we decided to be the main sponsor of the event, and I thank Home Depot provides us with the opportunity to do these things. It's not, granted, you have to have people in the store who are willing to put in the time, their own time, to go out and do them. But I wouldn't be able to do what I do if Home Depot didn't allow me to do it. And they put out $1,000 so we could sponsor the event the year we did not win. And the funny thing is that even that year, the judges decided that we had the best all around, and we would have won had we not been the title sponsor. So we are going to take
So
it
you're
home
going to take
again.
that, yeah.
And it's not just, so we work with Shoal Main Street on a few of their different things. But again, it comes down to Home Depot if you ask them for the money to do community events, and my belief is that because we're a big box retailer, especially in a small town, I feel that it's our obligation to give back to our community, because without our community, why would we even be here? They support us. We need to support our community. This is my neighbors, my friends, my family that comes. So I'm going to do everything I can to support our community.
Very cool, and that's evident. I mean, it's not even, you don't have to there's no leap of imagination, or you sort of got to stretch things to say. I mean, you guys do the parades and things like that, but you can tell, and the Walking Down Ranch thing drives it home down to the point of try to get if anybody's ever tried to do an event or any activity and try to get people to volunteer their time, it's like pulling teeth sometimes to get people to come and spend maybe an hour or 30 minutes to help. And you had people that committed their entire day or two to helping, and that's obvious. And same thing with Spooktacular Fest. I mean, you got to go down there. It's not just the time. You got to go down there. It takes some design time to figure out what you're going to do ahead of time, lay it out, talk about it, then go down there, and it's everybody's all hands on deck, kind of build the thing, and then of course fix the things that didn't work the way you wanted them to. Right?
Exactly. It is. It's a mad dash to the finish, because we do a kids workshop during the day.
Oh wow! Okay.
On the same space. They give us 50 feet because we're special. But they give us 50 feet of space, and we do a kids workshop throughout the day with painting and decorating pumpkins. So our space is being utilized to do that during the day, and then we get about 2 hours. Once we run out of pumpkins, then we have yet to not run out of pumpkins.
Right.
Once we run out of pumpkins, then we can start building what we're going to do for the night. And so it's a very short timeline, so it does have to be planned out very in depth.
Speaking of kids' workshops, that's another thing that Home Depot does that kids can come in and do for free, right?
Yeah, the first Saturday of every month from 9 a.m. to noon, we always have it, and that's at every Home Depot nationwide. So it's something to let customers know and the families know that we got to get those youngins ready because they're the next builders of the future.
Right.
So we do that every single Saturday, the first Saturday of every single month. So check it out. If you guys haven't been there, bring your kids on down.
Cool. What else am I missing about Home? I mean, there's tons of things we could talk about. We could do all day, every day
Yeah.
for Home Depot. But what am I about community wise that you'd really want to highlight that maybe I haven't mentioned?
Well, one of the things that Home Depot has just become involved in is the STEAM program. I don't know if you're familiar with
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Science, technology.
Which used to be STEM, and they added another letter. So.
Right. And so if people go on to homedepot.com and they actually go down and search through some of the content that's actually at the bottom of the page on the first page of homedepot.com, you can actually go in and see just exactly all the Home Depot is involved in. But the STEAM program that they're involved in now, it goes out and it really supports science fairs throughout the country.
Right.
And it's a free program that any science teacher, any homeschooler, anybody can use this program. And it's one of the things that I learned about that I thought was really one of the cooler things that we're doing right now. So as far as going out in the community, Home Depot did this across the board. Every district is going to be involved in a celebration of service is what the
Right.
project that we did up there was called. And every district throughout the country will be doing a celebration of service project for veterans. So, I mean, I love the company I work for just because of all the support that they do.
Very good. Yeah, and it's obvious that, and that was one of the things is it drove down to veterans. I mean, it goes beyond veterans, but you really did have a specific focus, like you said, that service and the banner that you had out there, which was obviously not made up for just this event.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell it's a corporate culture kind of a thing for Home Depots to support veterans, support the future. So they're not only supporting the foundation of our country, but they're also helping to build upon it. So that's really kind of cool. Anything else?
I don't think so. I'd like to thank people like you, Birdman, and your wonderful wife, and all the other people who are currently becoming involved and are thinking about or are planning to become involved in Walking Down Ranch. Walking Down Ranch is a fantastic resource for this community and for the veterans community. The people, all they have to do is actually do a little bit of research and they'll find out that the statistics show that the veterans, a good portion of our veterans are not doing as well as another portion of our veterans, and they do need our help. And so if you have any time, they also have a thrift store. So if you're looking for a place to donate, go see the people at Walking Down Ranch. They can use your donations. The thrift store is wholly supportive for the Walking Down Ranch in Veterans Village. So, and it's right up there next to the Circle K in Lakeside that is directly across from the Giant in Lakeside.
With a brand new coat of paint.
Yep, brand new coat of paint.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Once again, Henry and Justin from Home Depot. So go by, spend your money there. It's coming back into the community, which is always something we want to see. When we talk about shopping local, this is exactly what we talk about. And, I'd mentioned a long time ago when we first set up the studio here and painted it, this fresh coat of paint that got on this place was from Home Depot. And thanks to Justin. So appreciated that. And did a lot of the stuff from there. So we're going to be doing some other things. We'll be talking about those, but also going to be focusing on what the monthly focus is for the kids' workshops that are coming up, and things like that. We'll be talking about on here, and some of the other you do the merchandising, so we'll talk about what the focus is each month, because I've noticed you guys have focused on, and I think everybody in the White Mountains has a black and white umbrella. I'm just saying.
Yeah, $4.99 a piece.
Yeah, pick them up. You know, it's almost like I like it because it's almost like those scooter rentals down in the valley.
Right.
We just leave umbrellas and you grab a black and white one. It might be yours, might be not, but you know what? It's all good. Cool. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Rob.
Thanks.
Hey, that's going to be it for this week's Community Shout. Thanks to the viewers on WMI TV, also on Sholo TV. Thanks to everyone out there watching on YouTube. We're appreciating the new subscribers on the YouTube channel. It's growing. And, of course, Birdman Media Community Edition page on Facebook. You can check out the Instagram and other ways to follow. Just go to birdman.media. Remember, if you want to come in here talking about an event, talking about an activity, or something that's going on in your community, you can do so for free. That's covered by all the sponsors that you can look at down below. Make sure that you patronize those sponsors and let them know that you heard about them on Birdman Media. I'm Birdman, and as I always say, if I don't see you around town, I'll catch you right here on the web.